Welcome back, boys, to Wooden Battles, and today these toy soldiers are going to be fighting on a destructible battlefield. Let me show you what I mean. As various impacts hit the floor and the walls out in the distance, they will get destroyed and result in craters across the battlefield, making this a very dynamic and destructible battlefield, something we've never seen in Wooden Battles previously. So it's pretty awesome to see. To start ourselves off with here, we have just a very simple battle on the battlefield with light defenders versus fairly light attackers as well. But right now the defenders, even though they don't have that many soldiers, they are getting so many kills on these attacking blue toy soldiers here. And honestly, there's a bit of a problem with the destructible battlefield, as it does result in them getting stuck underneath the battlefield a little bit there. So clearly not the best of tactics that we're seeing here, but it's resulting in the defenders managing to get a very swift victory. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse this and see if they could, well, if they could unstick themselves. What if we clear the bodies? I don't know if that helps. Let's just time-lapse for a second and see what happens. Alright, well, nothing is happening. So let's make a giant battle out of this battlefield just for fun real quick. Alright, round two, boys. We've gone ahead and added a lot more units to the battlefield now for both sides. Nothing too crazy because the amount of destruction on the battlefield does make it more susceptible to lag than your average Wooden Battles battle. But the defenders are getting hard-pressed a bit more by the blue toy soldiers this time, actually taking some shots as opposed to last time. But still, the blue toy soldiers end up in the craters here. I kind of thought with the number of explosives I put on the battlefield, there'd be a lot more destruction and these guys would be able to come a lot farther forward, but that doesn't really seem to be the case. They're still just sticking around this area here, but they're at least dying a bit more this time because more mortar shells are hitting them, and on top of that, we've got some red snipers now able to shoot these guys too. So not exactly a nothing burger of a battle like last time, but still nothing too crazy actually going on here in the grand scheme of things, just because these guys just keep getting stuck here. Oh, look at that Rocketeer just firing out, getting some good kills there. That a boy, that's very nice to shoot. We love to shoot that. Beautiful. All right, why don't we go ahead and time-lapse again here because, yeah, it seems like we're once again kind of at an impasse. Alright, well, we've had a little bit more action here, but right now the snipers are just slowly working on these guys, and the attackers are fully armored troops, so it makes them a little bit harder to kill. Why don't we clear bodies here, see if that loosens any of them up? Not really. They're still just kind of chilling right there. We did take a few losses here for the Reds, but nothing too crazy. We'll continue the time-lapse for now, but yeah, this is a nothing burger of a battle. We'll do some more crazy stuff after. Alright, well, we let the time-lapse sit for a minute, and there's still guys chilling. So let's get another battle going. Alright, boys, this next battle is pretty incredible. So, we've got a blue army set up here that's pre-spawned in. So I'm not sure if they're up for the task, but we will find out. The Reds are defending a Gatling gun super wall here with cavalry behind, and then pretty much a mega fortress wall behind that, too. Let's see how this ends up going, because I'm not entirely sure if the blues are strong enough yet to do this. There's the Gatling guns. The cavalry actually breaks their own wall down. Oh god, the grenades. No! You just blew up so many of your own soldiers, grenadiers. What was that? Okay, that was a travesty right there. But at the very least, the front lines here are almost destroyed. We had some definite friendly fire from both sides during this. The blues killed their own men, the reds killed their own men, so it's kind of all over the place right now. But now we've got the assault on the next wall, which I don't know if the blues are going to be able to do this because they just wasted so many of their troopers. They didn't really start out with that many in the first place, and so the reds are just gunning down at them and absolutely clobbering the last remaining of their soldiers. Yeah, the left side did get weakened a little bit by the blues, but the middle and the right side for the reds is completely fine, and yeah. What a bad battle for the blues. Let's go ahead and buff them. So I figure the front lines did do a decent job, so let's back them up with more soldiers in the back lines here, capable of peeling through towards the end of the battle, as well as some more cannons just in case they end up needing those. Maybe another line of swordsmen as well could be good, so they can break down the wall a little bit more. Maybe a few more mortars. You never know when those will spring into action on the battlefield. And then finally, let's do a little bit of a layup with some more armored troopers there. So pretty much doubled the blue force, maybe even a little bit more than that. We'll see how they end up doing. There we go. The wall breaks down yet again, almost immediately, which is, that cavalry soldier was just flying through there. Okay, wow. Front lines decimated. Grenadiers killing their own soldiers yet again. The Grenadiers are more lethal to their own troops than they are to the enemy. Look at this. Oh my god, oh god. Grenadiers need to be put on a leash. That is terrible. But now we do have more soldiers pushing the back wall here, so they might be able to make a breakthrough happen. More Gatling guns in the wall. There, they break the midpoint, which is excellent. They're taking out Reds, but they're also taking some pretty intense losses themselves. Reds have some mortars firing down at them. There we go. More Grenadiers actually doing some work on walls this time around, exposing those snipers. Snipers end up getting got right there. My goodness, the Reds are losing troops by the second. Medic gets blown in half, and there we go. The Blues do manage to win that one, but we did have to buff their lines by quite a bit there to make it happen. Let's get another map going. Alright, this map is called the base here, and it doesn't spawn us a regular army. We have to build it ourselves. And on top of that, I mean, this thing's fairly loaded. It's got like a citadel in the middle almost. This is looking like a pretty tough line to beat here, so we're going to need to pull out some serious stops to manage to win this. Let's go ahead and start off with a nice solid line of musketeers in the very front there. We'll back them up with some rockets here. Well, not rockets, artillery cannons here. Try and support them a little bit. And then we'll bring in the heavy armor to launch an assault on the main base itself, because I have a feeling everything in front of those guys will likely die by the time they get up there. Now, way further back here, we're going to do another, I think, 2 lines of musketeers, and on top of that, let's go ahead and give them some more mortar cannons too to work with as cleanup. Let's see if this works. I'm not entirely sure if we will get the W with this setup, but I'm expecting the front 2 lines to die pretty quickly here. They're getting blasted, but the losses actually aren't terrible. There are those mines up ahead, though. That's going to be fairly devastating, and this wall is not dying super easily. There we go. Artillery firing out a little bit. Mortar shots coming in. The citadel at the front there actually gets knocked over fairly quickly. Musketeers pushing in now. A lot of them taking some serious casualties, but we've killed the front blockade for the Red Army here, and these little side sniper posts, these bunkers, are going down now. Beautiful. They've taken those out. Now it's really the main wall here, which actually is getting some damage done to it from the outside, which is good to see. We still have artillery we got to deal with further back there, as well as some captains, which could be a little bit lethal. Our mortars are pouring fire into the wall, though, now, which is really, really good for us. Yes, that is doing some devastating things to those musketeers in there. And, oh, I thought that was going to explode, but it just kind of harmlessly bounced in there, so we didn't get the kills on those captains. These guys toppling over, many of them dying in the process. It's just some captains back here, as well as some artillery, and then some more musketeers over this way. Actually, a very evenly fought battle up until this point. We're doing well as the Blues, and the Reds honestly still have a solid chance at winning this thing since they've got captains. Oh, but their artillery did end up dying. They got a couple musketeers here. They got a couple swordsmen as well, which is weird to have swordsmen on defense. Definitely not the best strategy out there, but it is what it is. I'm not going to clear bodies because we're not getting that bad of lag, and no one's really blocked by the bodies or anything like that, so we'll let it play. Oh, there's way more blue musketeers over here than I thought. Oh yeah, these captains are done for. There goes him. There's only a couple more musketeers, at least for the Reds. They're elite musketeers, so they're a little bit better than the regular musketeers, but still, overwhelming number of regular musketeers over here pouring in fire, and they're just missing like crazy, which is definitely not helpful for us, but is one Red soldier. Oh, he finally does go down. Alright, and now there's the swordsman here who's armored, so he will take a few shots before dying, but he does end up dying, and we get the W, but just kind of barely. There's not that many soldiers for us left alive at the end of the day here. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.